What's going on, everyone? It's been a little bit. Welcome back to the Snowstorm Sports Talk Podcast, episode 75. Joined here by my brothers, John and Matt. John and Matt, how we doing?
Good.
John's feeling good about Joe Burrow week
Yeah,
one.
yeah. I could tell.
No.
John's feeling good about this.
John's feeling good about Joe Burrow week one.
I'm feeling good about Joe Burrow week none.
Yeah, week none. True. No, it's been a little bit since we've done a podcast, so forgive us as we kind of take. We're gonna go on the training wheels for this episode here. We all work today. We're all tired, but we're all still doing this. And so what the three of us are going to be doing is kind of what we did last year, which, by the way, I am the reigning champion, not John. John, point down towards me.
Ooh, but what the important part is, what was your percentage of correct guesses?
That's a good question. If honestly, do you want me to tell you? Because I will pull it up. I will tell everyone's.
Yeah. I know what it's between, and I have an important note to the viewers.
Yeah.
I also want to make a message that there was a chance I might have won if we played our last week and Billy just decided to pick all horrible teams for some reason. He did that a couple times. I would have won.
Who decided not to remind Billy?
Thank you, John.
Me.
No one reminded me.
As a Patriots fan, I just want everyone to know I almost won.
You did. Yeah.
That'd be the word.
You get good at guessing losing teams when you watch a team lose enough.
Yeah. So out of the 255 games we all picked from, I came in first with 151 right. So that's 59%.
Good. So that's the remaining record of winners percentage. And for all you sports gamblers out there,
yes,
with all of our football knowledge, 59%.
Matthew was 58.
If you knew nothing about football, you would get 50.
And John was 57. So we were all 1% off. I got 151 games correct. Matt got 149, and John got 146. So in preparation for
I could have won too.
Oh, we were all close at the end. But no one wanted to do the podcast, so we didn't do it.
I got tired of that shit.
So with that, we're getting ready to do a new season here. A new season's coming up. I'm just going to be honest, you're throwing me so off. Like, shut the fuck up for a minute and let me do the intro. God damn it, John. Like, you're being so annoying.
I just keep looking over, Josh.
I just know who's going to win the pick'ems this year.
John, you literally have the worst opinions about football. Like,
Dude,
you're Skip Bayless. Like, you are
name one.
You're Cam Newton hype.
Dude, New England's systematic.
Stop it. We're not talking about this.
His career.
That's not true, John.
The ultimate
claim. That is a bold claim.
Why were the Patriots bad in 2020? Oh, it's not because Brady left. No, it's because Cam Newton is bad.
No, it's because Brady left.
Were the Patriots bad? Didn't they win like 8 games? Is that bad?
Yeah, that's bad. They didn't go to the playoffs.
Well, they did, but they got smokoed by the Bills. Remember?
Nope.
Playoff game.
No,
it was like a basic playoff game because they had to win to get the seat. You know what I mean? It was like a week 12. They needed the win to go.
Either way, I like the diversion here. We're getting back into a rhythm. We're gonna try to do Wednesday nights, and this week, the Patriots have a preseason game Thursday. The Giants have a preseason game Friday. So what we were going to do in these episodes is discuss the different divisions in the NFL and give some of our opinions on it. So with that, I would argue this division we're going to talk about this week is the most hyped up division this year, in my opinion. I think it is very possible all 4 teams could go to the playoffs, and all 4 teams, not all at the same time, but all 4 teams could be considered playoff caliber teams. We are talking about the AFC East. The Patriots, the Buffalo Bills, the Miami Dolphins, and of course, Hard Knocks' New York Jets. But let's start with some overall thoughts. I don't need to talk. Matthew, as a resident Patriots fan, give us a lowdown here on this division and give us some top level 1,000-foot view notes on this division before we get into the nitty-gritty.
Yeah. I'm just going to skip all of the jokes I could make about how Mac Jones is a Super Bowl caliber quarterback. And he is. No, I'm just joking. But no, honestly, the league is run through Josh Allen and the Bills still, in my opinion. I still think they win the division without a doubt. They're just the best. There's nothing else that can really be said. It's where everyone else goes is really interesting.
So,
and the Jets might just pop off.
So,
no one really knows.
Why don't we talk about the Bills first? Because I think the Bills are an interesting team. The Bills came crashing down last year in a playoff game against the Bengals in Buffalo. The Bengals, it wasn't even a fun game. I mean, the Bills got dominated, and the conversation on the Bills now is they've had this Super Bowl window open. Is it starting to close? Stephon Diggs and Josh Allen's relationship is starting to deteriorate. The Bills did some good stuff in the offseason, but they lost their defensive coordinator to retirement. Is Von Miller going to be good for week 1? And can Josh Allen be that quarterback? I don't know if it's a lock.
Yeah, no, I mean, I would agree with that personally. I don't know if it's a lock either. My bet would still be like I said just a second ago. I still bet the Bills do win the East, but I don't think they're maybe going to be as good as they were. And I think maybe scrape it off just because Josh Allen is an incredible football player. But yeah, you're right. The Bills are they're kind of on a downward spiral.
It feels like it. It feels like it.
Yeah, they're still amazing. Like if they go win the Super Bowl this year, I'm not going to be that surprised. I'm going to be like, good, like they deserve it. But at the same time, it feels like they're going down. And you're right, that window's closing. I don't know how long it's got, but like part of me is thinking just like in 3 years, if they still haven't won, what's going to happen? You know what I mean?
It seems like Brandon Beane and that's their GM and Sean McDermott probably only have 2 more tries at this. And it's sad to say because they've been an absolutely consistent duo at GM and head coach. But it feels like if they can't get over that hump where the AFC is only getting better, if they can't get over that hump and get to that Super Bowl, what are the owners going to do? I mean, you have Josh Allen, who's arguably one of the best talents in the NFL. You have a solid roster. The only thing you can blame is the coaching and the general managing. So, John, you're being quiet over there. What are you thinking?
Are you ready? Here's what I'm thinking. Okay, ready? Jets will be second in the division and will go further in the playoffs than the first team in the division. I don't know what they're right. How many games are they playing this year?
17.
They do different year. They
17.
do it different every year though. 17.
Yeah. It's been the same for 3 years.
Yeah, you wait, it'll change. I think that they will win 14 of the 17, second in the division.
You think the Jets will go 14-4?
Yes. The team that will get first in division will only do 1 game better, and that team will be the Miami Dolphins. The team that will get third in the division will only get 1 game less than the Jets. So 13-5. No,
like
that's
where
18.
we started.
13-4.
Yeah, John, you really built this.
And that team will be the Buffalo Bills. A close race until the final 4 weeks. All of that will be decided. They'll all be doing this together, and we'll all be blah, 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 blah. But then right in those final 4 games, we're going to see that placement. And the Jets will go the furthest in the playoffs and all 3 teams will make the playoffs. The Patriots will have a losing record and not make the playoffs. I'm finished.
Okay, all right. So let's talk about the Bills a little bit. Let's just stick on the Bills for a second, right? We were talking about John.
Nothing to talk about to the Bills. Do you know why they're going to get third? You know why? Because the Patriots have some work to do, but their coach is a genius, and they traded a washed-up running back. And I don't care if running backs are getting paid.
They just let him walk.
It doesn't matter. They gave it to him. Either way, they wouldn't have let him walk if they liked him. And the Bills picked up someone they shouldn't have.
John, the Patriots have never signed a running back. It doesn't matter if they're an all-star, like MVP caliber, or if it's like a DK employee or DQ employee. Like, The Patriots are just going to draft in the 6th round. But with the Bills, just going back to it, it feels like to me, when you look at the 4 teams, the Dolphins and the Jets, the Dolphins I feel like have been consistently building and have added players. Like, I know Ramsey's hurt, but they added players. The guy from the Bears, the linebacker, I forget his name now, of course.
I know. I was sitting here trying to think of his name too, because that's the only other player I can name right now.
And obviously Mike McDaniel's a good coach. And then it feels like the Jets adding Aaron Rodgers and his whole group, they're on the ascend. And then it feels like the Patriots and the Bills, to me, at least the way the media is talking about them, it seems like the Patriots and the Bills are moving down.
Yeah, yeah.
Not to hate on the Patriots, not to hate on the Bills. As Matthew can tell you, I'm a huge Bills fan, and where Matthew likes to shit on the Giants all day, I don't really shit on the Pats all day. But
because the Giants are a despicable organization.
There we go. There it is.
No, the one thing I do have to say to that, I know we are talking about the Bills here, but where the Bills are losing some pieces, like we were talking about, like no one knows Von Miller's going to be healthy week 1. The defensive coordinator left. The Patriots added. They did nothing but add to not a great roster.
Their draft pick in the 1st round. Holy hell!
It was amazing.
Gonzalez,
maybe even top 5 defense.
Yeah.
And if why can't I think of his name? The other Bill, not Bill Belichick, Bill O'Brien. If Bill can unlock Mac in a cheesy sense, which I don't know if it's a possibility. Maybe there's nothing to unlock. But he's a good offensive coordinator. And they have Juju Smith-Schuster, Tyquan Thornton, Kendrick Bourne. Like, they have decent weapons. They're on Diggs. They're not Jalen I was going to say Jalen Ramsey.
Jalen Waddle.
Thank you, Jalen Waddle. And they're not Tyreek Hill, of course. But they're still decent weapons. One was Sky Moore.
So this is my thing. And then I don't. So this is how I think about the Patriots. When I think about a division, I think about where does each team kind of own that part of the team. So, for example, like let's look at the wide receiver cores. The Bills have Stephon Diggs and Gabe Davis. The Miami has an even better core with Tyreek Hill and Jalen Waddle. And then the Jets have Garrett Wilson, offensive rookie of the year, Lazard, Randall Cobb, and they also have Uzama, who can be a tight end, but also a wide receiver threat. And then you have the Patriots with Thornton, Juju,
Kendrick Bourne, Juju.
But I just feel like the other divisions are better than the Patriots in the wide receiver core.
But you go past Garrett Wilson on the Jets. Who they got?
Well, so they don't have any superstars, but the
Lazard, dude.
Lazard's good because Aaron Rodgers has thrown him the ball. Like if you took Gabe Davis off of the Bills and put him on like the Texans, he wouldn't be as good. He's a number 2 receiver, but he's obviously benefiting from a system where Josh Allen's throwing you balls all the time. The only reason, like Juju Smith-Schuster is better than Lazard. But Garrett Wilson...
Here come the bets. I promise you Lazard will have a better year than Juju.
I'd make that bet. John,
he might, because
might.
the system.
Might.
Okay,
might. No, not definitely might.
Back to my point. I feel like the Patriots don't dominate any part of the team compared to their 3 counterparts. I feel like you can
defense.
Miami's defense.
I thought the freaking rookie of the year was on the Jets.
Yeah, Garrett Will. Sauce Gardner.
I bet you Pats have number 1.
Pats have the number 1 defense out of those 4 teams. I like it.
I'm going with that. I'm going with that personally. That's the one I feel the most confidence. If I'm saying anything with the Pats, I'm saying we have the best defense in the league. Jets might have number 2, just because of.
Who's the Patriots coordinator this year?
Defensive, it's Belichick, and then Belichick.
Well, no, true, but it's Mayo. I forget his first name. He's been there.
He was a player. He was a player for a long time.
Yeah.
So, one other thing about the Patriots quickly here, and then we'll move over to the Jets. Bill O'Brien doesn't need to tap into Mac Jones's superstar stardom. He just needs to literally put an offense on the field that can be a little bit more cohesive and actually understand what they're doing. There's 2 problems I have with Mac Jones. One problem with Mac and one problem with what Bill Belichick has put around him. And I think one has caused the other. Bill Belichick, I feel like, has done everything in his power to make Mac Jones not feel confident on the Patriots. So Exhibit A, you give him 2 failed head coaches from 2 impoverished teams, the Giants and the Lions, and say these 2 failed head coaches will be your offensive coordinators. Horrible idea. And then when Mac Jones struggles, Bill Belichick decides to bench him and play Zappy.
That's not true.
That's not what happened?
Mac Jones got hurt. He played and was still hurt and threw 2 interceptions, and they benched him. That was the only time.
They benched him, though, in that Chicago Bears game.
Did you see the cast on his leg?
Why did Bill Belichick play him?
They never benched him again. They never benched Mac Jones after that.
You shouldn't have played him.
Zappy had his helmet on that whole game even before he was playing. I think Zappy knew he was going out. I don't know why the game plan was to maybe test what Mac could do, but I think that's what it was. I've heard that before, and I keep going, that's not exactly what happened.
Fair enough. The other thing I want to talk about is Mac Jones's attitude at the end of last year was very concerning to me. I have seen players in very frustrating situations not have the outbursts he's had, and where it's nice to see some effort from a guy and see some passion. If you're doing it at the wrong time in the wrong place, it's just you're going to lose respect from your team and from your coach. And that, to me, is concerning.
Matthew knows I don't like Mac Jones as the Patriots fan here, but to your comment, I believe much of that was a snowball effect.
Of course.
What one camera recorded, and then Julian, no one knows his name anymore, Edelman, came out of the woodwork to look like an idiot and talk badly about him, which was stupid on his career. And I think all that's kind of crap, to be honest. I think Mac Jones's attitude is fine. I think that was one camera incident that then spiraled out of control. The same way we watched Tom Brady do 30 snot rockets in 1 year. It's like they just decided to capture it and roll a story. In my personal opinion, I don't like him as a football player, but I think his composure will be okay.
Well, me and John are complete opposites then. I like him as a football player. I just didn't like his attitude. Matt, go ahead.
Can anyone tell me his outburst?
Yeah, no. I can. It was when they called a run play on 3rd and 15, and he screamed on the field, and then he slammed his helmet and screamed over at Patricia and Judge, and basically screamed. I'm paraphrasing here.
Throw the effing ball.
Yeah. Yes.
Yeah. What else did he do?
I mean, that's enough. I mean, if you want me to find you a compilation.
Find the compilation of Tom Brady doing it 10 times worse.
Yeah, but Tom Brady's a Super Bowl champion on a winning team who's frustrated because he knows the team can be better. Mac Jones is a player on a losing team yelling at his coaches when he's absolutely not earned.
He knows they could be
Yeah,
better.
but you got to earn the right to be like that.
No, I'm not. Maybe you don't have a right to be like that, but at the same time, like, saying his attitude isn't great. I mean, it's not like he went out in a postseason interview and was like, "Yeah, those 2 guys were idiots." Yada yada.
No, for sure. Good point.
He was on a game where emotions are high. And he just screamed, "Throw the effing ball." It's not that bad.
What I can say though,
Brady and Bill O'Brien, which I'm sure we'll see Mac Jones and Bill O'Brien get into a little bit this season, because that's just what happens. It's a football game. But yeah, I can find hours of videos them just yelling at each other.
Yeah, but the thing is with Bill O'Brien, he's a potato, so you yell at potatoes. John, go ahead. What were you going to say?
Daniel Jones, who struggled with that offense and a 3rd and 11 run play for 3 years, never did anything like that. I can say that.
Very true.
I think Mac's outburst has been blown out of proportion, but I can say Daniel had to sit through many more of those, and he never even batted an eye.
No, I'm just kidding. It doesn't matter.
Now, did that potentially hurt the team because he then had to sit with the same offensive coordinator while Bill Belichick maybe saw the outburst and then cut him and looked at Bill O'Brien and said, "Hey, I want you"? Did that outburst have effect that way?
No, John, you're right, but you're missing the point. This is the final thing with the Patriots. It's the owner, and the owner went to Belichick and said, "Hey." But Robert Kraft is one of the top 5 owners in the NFL, and there's no doubt about it. And the reason I say that is you get owners like Jerry Jones or the previous owner of the Washington Commanders who can't get their sticky, grubby, rich fingers out of their team's business. Robert Kraft said, Bill Belichick knows what he's doing. I'm going to leave Bill, and look at all the Super Bowls they've won. The comment is, Robert Kraft went to Belichick after the season and said, "Hey, buddy, this ain't working for me. This is my team, and this is getting a little silly." the question I have for both of you is, if the Patriots miss the playoffs this year, do you keep Bill Belichick another year?
Yes.
Yeah.
I say no.
You're right.
I say
you ride
no.
it out. I think as tribute, I think if you honestly, Billy, 2 reasons they keep him. 1, tribute for paying him back for all he did. 2,
He gets paid for that.
the Patriots unfortunately don't have a chance to make the playoffs for the next few years.
Well, that's where you and me.
And that's why you keep him.
But
because until Aaron retires and Tua retires from injuries, you're just in so much trouble. You almost have to put a sock in it for a few years, you know?
I'm going to stick up for Mac a little bit, then I'm going to let Matthew go here. I'm sorry, Matt, I don't mean... But it's funny to me you don't like Mac Jones. Look up Mac Jones at Alabama highlights. He is...
Look up Baker Mayfield. And
John, let me finish. He's so similar to Joe Burrow, who you're wearing his underwear right now, for all we know. And Mac Jones is a poised pocket passer and a very skilled football player and a first-round draft pick. And
nice.
if you believe... In your mindset, John, I understand your thinking, but if I was the Patriots owner, I would think I have a quarterback here with untapped potential. I have a defense that's top tier, and I have a coach that's not hiring the right people or coaching the team the right way. There are so many young, capable. Look at Mike McDaniel down in Miami. All you gotta do is whatever. If you think there's talent on that team, you need to move on from Belichick because you need to see what you have in Mac before you toss him.
It was pretty cool when he got the Heisman.
Did Joe Burrow get the Heisman?
I think he did. Yeah, he did.
Matt, go ahead. Do you fire Belichick? Do you fire Belichick if you don't make the playoffs?
No, I don't think. I think eventually you do, and I know, but I don't think after the season. He's done too much for the team, and again, like I said earlier in the podcast, the 2 seasons we're talking about that are bad. Which again, 2 seasons we're talking about. I feel like head coach is a lot longer than just 2 bad seasons on a team, and we're talking about Bill Belichick here. But the seasons we're talking about, they won at least 7 or 8 games.
Wait, Matt, I have to correct you. Brady left in 2000. What year did Brady leave? 2020.
No. I mean, 3 years since Brady left, but they made the playoffs.
But Matt, Belichick hasn't won a playoff game since Brady left. He hasn't won a playoff game in 3 years.
But
I mean,
Josh Allen.
Let Matt keep going.
All right, I was defending you, Matt. You can finish, but no, I'm defending you. So after you go, I have reinforcements.
No, you're good. Again, I just I don't know if it's that big a deal. We had a young team that year leading with Mac Jones, and that was the birth of Josh Allen. I don't know what else to say. It's not like we had.
That's what I was gonna do.
If we did, I'm going down like a dumb rabbit hole here, but still.
No, you're good.
I think Josh Allen. I don't think Bill Belichick should be fired just because he missed the playoffs twice in the last 3 years.
He hasn't won a playoff game since Brady left.
When Brady
won, that long, it needs to be a little bit longer.
Brady.
Sorry,
okay.
John. No.
You finish.
You're good, bro. You're good, bro. I apologize.
It's the speed at which Billy jumps in that is more aggravating. You go, Matt.
I've been talked about. I talked on this podcast. You can find videos of me bitching about Bill Belichick all day long. I'm not a big fan of him at the moment. But at the same time, I just don't think you get rid of him this soon. If another season, after this season, if it's 2 seasons in a row, we're not making the playoffs and we have a losing record, okay, yeah, maybe. But at this point, no, I don't fire him after this season. Maybe if we win 1 game this season.
Yeah, I was gonna push you, John. Go ahead.
Fire him.
They won't, and they won't. Before I get into what I'm gonna say, they will not have a winning record. They will not go to the playoffs. They will not fire him. That being said, when Brady won his last playoff game, 2019, Josh Allen was not in his stride. Aaron Rodgers was not the quarterback on the Jets. And I don't even know if Tua was maybe just drafted.
It was no. Fitzpatrick. They're doing the suck for Tua campaign.
That's why. It is. I think the Patriots in the NFC in any division other than the East have a winning record, go to the playoffs, probably lose early though. But in where they're at right now, there's just no way. I mean, it's insane. It's insane. That's all I want to say. All done. Sorry, Billy, for the mean comment.
It's okay. Let's jump to the Jets. So the Jets are going to be. Let's just start with this. I do not believe the Jets obviously have a ton of hype. The Browns back in 2020, ton of hype. Same sort of deal. So let's just go around the room here and talk about how we feel about the team, if they're going to over or underachieve. I truly believe they will underachieve, and I want to give a couple reasons here. Some quarterbacks go to a new team and persevere. Some quarterbacks go to a new team and suck. Russell Wilson and Tom Brady are two of the examples there.
Mm-hmm. They're the big ones.
And
Matt Ryan.
Matt Ryan was also washed though. He had like bad years, Matt Stafford. Yep, Matt Stafford. There's one for the other side. The only reason I don't believe the Jets will be as good is the Jets' schedule. Their first game is against Buffalo. I want to look this up.
I think I pulled it up too.
Yeah,
and
because
they'll lose 5 games probably.
The Jets will lose to the Bills. God, I'll be rooting for them against the Cowboys. The Jets, week 1, they will lose to the Bills. They will.
I don't think so.
Okay, all right. Either way, I don't want to go through the schedule. They have to play the Bills, the Cowboys, the Patriots, and the Chiefs, and then the Broncos, and then the Eagles. The best they can hope for, in my opinion, is 3-3. I would guess 2-4, and I guess the only teams they beat are the Cowboys and the Broncos. I would bet the Patriots will beat them, and I will bet that the Bills and the Chiefs will beat them. Now, as another point here, there's 2 other teams in their division that are better than them, in my opinion. The Dolphins are clearly better at every position besides quarterback, including head coach. And the Bills, where maybe they're on the downward spiral, have consistent competitive environment, and because of that carries over year to year. Aaron Rodgers has done a lot of things I like this offseason, and I am excited for them, but the hype is way too real. And where they have great young players, there needs to be growth. Tom Brady winning a Super Bowl with the Bucs, if anyone looks at the first 8 weeks, that was a rough 8 weeks. That was in the NFC. You have to understand, if you have a rough first 8 weeks in the AFC, it doesn't matter. You're done, because there are too many teams fighting. I can name you 6 teams that could or couldn't make the playoffs, depending on how the Jets do. That is my reasoning. I'm done. John, go ahead.
Sound reasoning. When Brady was in the NFC, though, the NFC was much better. And there was a short period of time where the NFC looked. I mean, it was crazy. And don't forget that team's Super Bowl win was against the Chiefs. And when they did play the Chiefs, they only lost by either a touchdown or a field goal earlier that year. So even though they were in the NFC and their schedule was slightly easier, the team themselves.
John, but that was week 10, right when they turned the corner. The 8 weeks before that, they got pounced by the Saints. They looked pitiful. Tom Brady didn't know what down it was at 8:45 on a Thursday. So don't tell me that there wasn't growing pains with that team. If you want to talk about the Chiefs game, that was week 10 when they turned the corner.
Totally.
You put Brady, you put that Bucs team with those bad 10 weeks, they don't make the playoffs in this AFC.
That Bucs 2020 team would certainly make the playoffs in this AFC.
They wouldn't.
I wouldn't.
Keep going though. Sorry, we can fight about that later.
I couldn't even. That would destroy my whole universe if they couldn't have made the playoffs. Joe the ACL Burrow isn't gonna play.
Did I cross a circuit for you, John? It looks like your wires are a little crossed.
I was like that cat. But just so you know, you jumped in and cut me off with a statement that never came out of my mouth. I never said the words, "They will not have growing pains," nor will I pretend to say those words. They certainly will. But similar to the Bucs, it didn't matter. LeBron James had growing pains when he was in middle school.
All right, Skip. Matthew, go ahead.
I didn't get to finish.
No. John's right. John did not get to finish.
Maybe I didn't finish. I stated when we were talking about the Bills earlier, I stated all my Jets things, so I would only be reiterating. I still believe with what I said. I think they will win week 1 against the Bills because the Bills will go in underprepared while the Jets will go in overprepared. I think there's never been a quarterback who's gone to a new team at this stage in his career who's had back-to-back MVPs, nor other than Brady brought this many teammates, which leads me to believe they're going to be very good. I can't speak for the coaching on the Jets. I don't know any of their names, but I can say that the last 2 years put up one hell of a fight with Zach lacrosse player Wilson, who will probably be retired in a few years if he's not dating your mom. I'm just kidding. So it's all that being said, I think a few mid guys, a veteran quarterback, and some young, healthy, talented rookies is a winning recipe, and they will have a better record than the Bills by the end of the year. Those first 8 weeks, Billy, will be tough. I do believe that the growing pains, they'll go 4-2 those first 6 weeks, I think.
4-3.
Yeah, because I think they only lose to the Eagles and the Chiefs. I think because all the other teams, I think they beat. The only questionable one being week 1 against the Bills.
Okay, so
that's a home game.
It's gonna be so I don't think they'll make the playoffs. So John, you think they're going to make the playoff?
Yes.
Okay. All right.
They'll be yeah.
Okay. We don't have to say what seed.
No. And I'm all done now, Matt.
Yeah, it is. It's in MetLife.
Okay.
Go ahead, Matt.
I guess my thing with the Jets is I'm very afraid to say all of this because I want it to be true so badly. I would just hate it if the Jets actually end up winning this division. I don't like Aaron Rodgers. I don't like the Jets, so I'm just not happy about any of it, in all honesty. I don't think they're going to make the playoffs. I do think there's going to be a lot of growing pains. I do agree with you, Billy, that I don't know about the Bucs team. I was just thinking about that. I don't know if the Bucs team, they might division. That was a good team, but I'm not positive. That's an interesting question. I was thinking
it's so fun to simulate
of what we were just talking about. I was like, that's interesting. But I do think the Jets will have a lot of growing pains, and I do think that I think the Patriots are going to expose them early on. The Patriots are good at that. The Patriots
in week 3
exposing tight offenses.
I will pick the Patriots in that game, even if they. I will pick the Patriots in that game, even if the Patriots haven't won a game yet.
Yeah. I think the Patriots are going to own that. I think the Jets are going to have a hard time not being the Jets. You know what I mean? The Chargers, I think I've always been cursed with the same thing. They are the Chargers. They will always just be the Chargers. And same with I guess the Jaguars, if the Jaguars do better, that would be great, but they're just still the Jaguars. The Jets need to get a better name in this division because they're just still the Jets, in my opinion. And I still feel like if the Dolphins can stay healthy, I think it goes Bills, Dolphins, Patriots, Jets. I run into a lot of growing pains, and I'm not sure about Aaron Rodgers. Sure, he won 2 back-to-back MVP seasons, but his last season really wasn't great. And even the players he took with him from the Packers. I mean, Alan Lazard is a great number 2, and Randall Cobb is so old, he's probably not even going to touch the football. He just wanted a ring. They drafted him right after the year they won the Super Bowl. You know what I mean? Like, Randall Cobb didn't get a ring with the Packers. I think.
What position is Randall Cobb?
Wide receiver.
Running back.
No,
running back.
Randall Cobb, Matt's a wide receiver.
Oh, might be. I believe you.
It's okay, Matt. I thought he was a defensive guy.
I thought he was a running back. I swear he was a running back.
All right, I'm going to look it up because you guys are all.
Yeah. Truthfully, that's why, to me.
Yeah, he's a wide receiver.
Super Bowls matter more than anything else. It's all about your name. But keep going.
But yeah, no. Other than the rookies, which after having their lucky rookie seasons, although they're still going to be great, there's going to be a lot of film on them now, and a lot of people are going to know how to play against them. So I don't think it's that much hype. I agree with Billy.
And no one's. Go ahead, Matt.
I do agree that the last 4 games of the AFC East is going to be very interesting.
Yeah, I do too.
I think it's all going to really play out there, which it usually does.
But
I think
the problem is, and the reason why all these teams can't be good is they all have to play each other twice a year. So the Dolphins are, you know what I'm saying? Like that's a tough schedule. Like when you're the Patriots and you look and you have to play the Jets, the Bills, and the Dolphins all twice a year, that's 6 games.
Billy, what place do you think the Jets will come in the division?
Yeah, so that's what I wanted to go to here. We still need to talk about the Dolphins, and then we can kind of wrap this up. But for me, it's Bills, Dolphins, and the Dolphins could be better than the Bills. The Dolphins played the Bills in the playoffs last year, and I don't know if anyone remembers that game, but it was actually a lot closer than any Bills fan would like to admit.
And Tua was not playing.
If Tua can stay healthy,
Thompson, baby.
If Tua can stay healthy, either way, we're going to talk about this actually. But I have Bills, Dolphins are 1 and 2, and they can flip. And then it's Jets and then Patriots for me. I believe what the Patriots are doing is good. I don't believe Bill O'Brien's the answer. The last time Bill O'Brien was in the NFL, he single-handedly took a playoff Texans team and dismantled it to the point where they couldn't do anything. And he was not only the coach, he was also the acting GM.
Yes,
before we jump on Bill O'Brien, just coordinator. So I think too, Matt thinks 4. Billy thinks 3 for the Jets placement.
Yes. Let's talk about the Dolphins here. And then we'll go through our final thoughts on the division. If Tua can stay healthy, this team is so underratedly dangerous, it's crazy. And the team no one compares them to, besides Colin Cowherd, so I did steal this from him. I listened to him today while I was working. The Dolphins could very easily become the San Francisco 49ers of the AFC. In the sense of they have the best skilled position players. You have Deebo Samuel and Brandon Ayuk. You have Jalen Waddle and Tyreek Hill. You have an absolutely stud defense, and you have a coach who believes his system is so robust that you can have any decently accurate quarterback and you can win games. Like the 49ers took Jimmy Garoppolo and Brock Purdy. Neither of them are top 10 quarterbacks to playoff games. And if Tua can stay healthy the whole year, the Dolphins can be dangerous. I think Tua had one of the best QBRs while he was on the field last year, and I think when he was on the field, they were like 8-1. I mean, and Tua wasn't doing anything special. Great run game, great wide receivers in the quick game. The Dolphins could be very dangerous this year. And again, their head coach is extremely underrated. What's his name? Mike McDaniel. He is a really, really great head coach. So I really think the Dolphins are a team where they're not doing it, bring in Aaron and bring in all of his friends and we're revamping this team. No, they're quietly destroying the draft. They're quietly getting players through free agency. And I think they could be really good this year. John, if you... Yeah.
For some reason, the Jets, the Dolphins defense is, I think, I don't remember them being anything insane last year for some reason. Maybe they were, but like I know the Niners defense is crazy. So that would be my only point with what you said, Billy. Other than that, I really like the comparison. I think I like the Shanahan's better than McDaniels still because he's so new, but he could be that one day. And I just think the Patriots defense reminds me more of the Niners defense. And I think if the Patriots had the pieces the Dolphins have been acquiring, they look more like the Niners to me. I don't know. Like the Dolphins to me seem like a team that can actually win, while the Patriots and the Niners seem like a team that'll always come close to winning. That'd be my argument there.
Yeah, the Patriots defense reminds me of the Patriots defense. There's no one they're copying. It's just still Bill Belichick doing his thing.
Yeah, I think it's just so solid. I think that's like where I'm getting the resemblance. It's just so solid. It's just like unshakable year after year. And I just remember the Niners looking similar.
So
they always change it up. The Netflix show, the quarterback show they just released, Kirk Cousins talks about that.
Yeah, did you watch that, Matt?
Yeah. I'm
really good. Really good. All right, Matt, go ahead. What do you think about the Dolphins? Or John, did you have anything else?
Yeah, all done. I think the Dolphins will win the division. I think they are good. If Tua stays healthy, they're going to be great, and I think they'll beat the Bills every time they see them. Yeah,
no, and to destroy Billy's horrible 49ers comparison. I'm just joking.
No, it's kind of a cool comparison, actually.
It was, but that's why it got me thinking. The only thing I would also almost disagree with it a little bit would be just the quarterback position, because I mean you take Tua out, the Niners, the Dolphins did do good against the Bills in the playoff game. They didn't win, and Teddy Bridgewater did not look great on the Dolphins, even playing with those wide receivers. So I do think Tua is a very important part of that. Where unlike the Niners, the quarterback isn't as important. Still, you need the quarterback.
I mean, look at Trey Lance compared to Brock. Brock has to have something.
Yeah, no, very true.
I think they released Brock, didn't they?
No.
What? He's like the starter.
Okay. I thought I saw something that said they literally released him.
No.
I would love that. Come to the Patriots. Yeah. No, I'm just joking. I wouldn't want that. But if Tua can stay healthy, and that's always where this conversation starts with the Dolphins. It's like every time the Dolphins get brought up, if Tua can stay healthy, because that's just the truth of it. If he can't, if Tua can't stay healthy, I bet the division rankings at the end will be Bills, Patriots, Dolphins, Jets. Depending on how early he gets hurt.
Wow, you think the Patriots get second?
Jets might be better. I think, you know what, as a Patriots fan, I have
rip it, Matt. Rip it.
Because I just want to be excited about this season, so just leave me alone. Matt in the Super Bowl, what's up? But anyway.
There you go. Loud and proud.
Loud and proud. No, if Tua can stay healthy, this team is super dangerous. And if he can't, I'm not really sure what this team can turn into. I love Mike McDaniels. And if that conversation of do you fire Belichick? You fire Belichick and you replace him with someone like Mike McDaniels. You get someone young. He was from either Shanahan's or the Rams system, right?
Yeah, no, yeah, he was the offensive. Oh, do you know who the backup is for the Miami Dolphins?
It's Mike White.
It's Mike White.
Yeah.
You're telling me if
running back?
No, John, the quarterback from the Jets who had all those really good games when Zach Wilson's
quarterback. Yeah.
So if Tua sucks, I'm just saying Mike White might be a better fill-in than most people are accustomed.
That's fair.
To.
I did forget about the Mike White pickup. That is
I totally thought he was the backup coach. The way if that happened, I was like,
yeah.
The way that conversation, I was like,
yeah. I had a similar mindset. No, did Mike McDaniels come from the Rams and the Niners?
Niners. He was the offensive coordinator for Kyle Shanahan.
Right, exactly. If you replace Bill Belichick on the Patriots at any point, you grab someone from Shanahan's system and you do what the Dolphins are doing with Mike McDaniels, in my opinion.
Or you do what the Bengals did. They took the Rams offensive coordinator. The Vikings took the offensive coordinator from the Rams after that. Like these young guys are coming in and they have these schemes that are just they're ridiculous. Yeah,
they're crazy. It's going back to just where it started. If Tua is healthy, that is the end of the Dolphins.
Yep. That's just it. And I'm rooting for Tua. I like Tua as a person.
I like Tua too. I almost hate the fact they're in my division because I don't want.
He reps left-handed.
I like Tua.
Yeah, exactly, John. Exactly. Yeah,
he reps an unrepresented minority group.
He does.
All right, so to close out here, let's all go through who do we have coming in dead last in the division. We will just go through and we'll go to the top. John, who you got coming in dead last?
Patriots. I'm sorry, Matt.
Matt, who you got?
Jets.
I got the Patriots. John, who do you got coming in third place?
The Bills.
Matt, who you got?
Patriots.
Patriots in third. I got the Patriots. No, Jets in third.
You guys are switching right here at the end.
No.
I said this originally. If Tua does get hurt, which I hope doesn't happen, I think the Patriots will be better. But I don't think I think Tua's gonna be better.
John, who you got coming in second?
The Jets.
And second, I have the Dolphins.
Yeah, I have the Dolphins. And then, John, you have in first.
Dolphins.
And then, Matt, you got...
Bills.
Yeah, Bills. Yep, yeah. It's a great division. I think injury could be a huge killer in this division.
Except for the Patriots.
They'll
probably be okay. Unless the running back or Judon get injured, the Patriots will probably be
Judon, okay. God, that's the best player on that team. He got signed. He got signed.
Yeah, he did get signed.
Yeah, 2-year extension.
He could be the best player in that entire division.
It's although I wish we were a better team at the moment, it's fun going in as underdogs because
welcome. Yeah.
But what if it pops off and we do get second? That would just be so epic. It turns out Mac Jones is actually a playoff caliber.
Honestly,
Bill O'Brien in there was perfect. It might
look at Daniel Jones last year. Finally looks like the guy they got, and so
exactly.
Oh, Daniel Jones last year was a top 10 quarterback. I don't want to go.
He really was. He played great. He had the most fourth quarter drives of the whole league. Much.
But
he really was top 10.
Back to the Patriots, I do want to say, if there was superlatives we were giving out, the team that has the most volatility between fourth to first anywhere in there truly is the Patriots. How big of an anchor was Joe Judge and Matt Patricia? Except they're still there.
Nope, just Joe Judge. And he's on special teams. Matt Patricia went to the Eagles.
Oh, that's right. Matt Patricia, that's a great spot. That's a great spot. Great spot. Yeah. They should make Joe Judge the offensive coordinator.
On the Eagles.
Yeah, I really think that would be a good idea.
We should email them.
Yeah, I will say, the thing I don't envy is if I was a diehard Patriots fan, I would be like, damn, I like Dolphins, and I like Tua, and I like Mike McDaniel. God, Josh Allen and Stephon Diggs and the Bills. There'd be teams I like. When you're a Giants fan, it is so easy to hate the other three teams. It's not even funny. It is easy.
So fair.
It is so easy to hate your enemies. If I was a Patriots fan, I'd be like, but I kind of am rooting for you every other week. That sucks.
Yeah. No, that is kind of fair. That is true because I struggle with that because often I do like Tua and I like Josh Allen a lot. I don't really like Aaron Rodgers of the Jets. So go get out of here. But like, I do like those two teams as much as I always want to trample them every week.
Yeah.
Just kill them.
Fair. Any final thoughts here as we kind of wrap it up?
I think Aaron's going to have growing pains, but we're going to see an MVP candidate, Aaron. He won't win it MVP because he's going to have too much growing pains, but he's going to look as though he could have if he was been in the system. That's my final thought. I think he's going to look very good. I think wanting to play on your team matters, and your team wanting you to play on their team is so big, and I think we're about to see that.
I love it. I like that. Yeah. Took the biggest pay cut in NFL history. That doesn't go unnoticed. Not in my book. I look at that and I go, damn. All right, watch out. This might be a different Aaron. Matt, any final thoughts?
Oh yeah, final thoughts. I just hope I'm right. I just want. I hope Mac Jones just ends up being like just an okay quarterback, because that's all I want. At this point in time, it's like I mean, if he's not in this season's like last season, I mean, Mac's gonna get on that hot seat for me, and I'm gonna be like, guys, who we got coming up in the draft next?
A lot of good players, man. Caleb Williams.
Yeah, Billy, that was the better question. Not do you let Belichick go? Do you let Mac go? That was the better question of after this year, depending on how they look.
I mean, he's on a rookie deal for another 2 years after this, so you gotta. It's kind of cheap labor. You just don't pay him.
Yeah. You can last around, but yeah, no, I mean, I just hope Mac Jones is good. I just hope the Patriots are okay. I just hope we're playing smart football, because we were just playing dumb football last season. So that's all I can hope for.
Yeah, and then I'll say I think the injury bug's a huge factor in this. I think all four of the teams could have an absolutely disaster season, and I think all four of the teams could be in the playoffs and win a playoff game. And that's what makes this division so cool. That's why I wanted to talk about them first. I felt like each team really has their own identity and is going through their own, their own offseason that has a lot of different highlights and newsworthy stories. So it'll be interesting to see. But I think consistency and the slow way of building a team will pay off. But we'll see. We'll be back next week. We'll be talking about another division. We might have to start stuffing two in here. We'll also have some preseason games to talk about. So let's all just take a moment here.
We won't have as much to talk about with other divisions, though. Like the NFC West,
I don't know. It's more like the AFC South, like the Jaguars, Titans, Colts, Texans, unless you followed the draft with the rookies and stuff. But
a lot of Colts guys, but yeah.
But we'll be getting ready to do our regular season Pick'ems League. It's just going to be the three of us this year. A little bit more clear and concise, but also
Brothers Battle Royale.
Yes, I will be coming as the champion. 59%. We all have personal goals we're trying to beat.
Third of us three. I got third.
John,
that's not surprising.
That's shocking.
By 4 games.
Oh no, yeah, you were close.
Yeah, no, you were close. I was losing
if the AFC East goes how I think, I've already won, because that's already more than 4 games. So even if we guess every other one the same, but the Jets are good, then I already won.
It's a good thing your ideas are delusional.
Yeah. Either way,
you guys.
Thank you all so much for watching. We'll catch you all on the next one. Peace.